Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for being here for our fourth and final show today. It's flown over, isn't it? We've had so much going on. Hopefully you managed to join us in that last hour for those 60-minute deals. Been and gone, too late now. Wish I could tell you that we could bring them back to this show, but that's not how we do it. I don't make the rules up round here, you know, unfortunately. So hopefully you were watching and you managed to get your hands on all of those deals. We are back though with well, I suppose it's the second of 4 shows, the Craft Collective, because we've had the delight of Mark Alexander from Visible Image with us earlier. He'll be back tomorrow as well, and I'm delighted to say he is here right now. Are you enjoying your time at Crafters TV, Mark? Please say yes.
Definitely.
I know we had loads of people welcoming you in the last show, but for those people perhaps who you are a new face to, just give us the spiel again about yourself and Visible Image.
Visible Image is a company set up by myself and my wife Helen. I design all the kind of images and Helen comes up with all the amazing sentiments. We've been going for, oh crikey, 20 plus years now.
Don't look old enough.
I know. Yeah, 20 plus years. So it's been a great ride. We joined Gemporia a couple of years ago, so we're now under the Gemporia umbrella. So really good.
Yeah, and obviously what I really enjoyed about the last show is that you've got all of these, like, we'll see these obviously over the course of the show, like really funky designs, and a lot of the stuff you do is kind of sort of mixed media led, I suppose, really. But you try and make it very easy. I certainly saw that in the first show, that you try and make it all very approachable, because we were chatting in the last show about people finding mixed media a scary thing. Yeah,
I mean, I like mixed media, but I mean, you know, it's I don't know whether it's called snobbish in a way when you say mixed media, but it's basically putting different elements onto a card, different products, and you can call yourself a mixed media artist if you wish.
It's as simple as that, see? We're live and interactive for the next 58 minutes, so if you want to say hello, want to ask a question, let us also see any pictures of projects you've made with Visible Image products. We had a picture in the last show, so if you've done any making recently, we'd love to see that. And as I say, get those questions and comments in. We've got 2 bundles that we brought you on the previous show to bring back, and a brand new bundle. We'll get more into that as the show goes on, but we do want to get into a demo fairly swiftly in this show. We've got Jan on the socials. Ursa joins us in Sweden. Tiffany Sexton is in, and Trudy Bickham says good afternoon. Jen Shank also joins us as well, saying hello to Ben, Mark, team and crafty friends. And Sarah Parks says hi. Keep the hellos coming in, and we are going to crack on into it. And as I say, as we go through the show, I'll show you exactly what Mark is working with. So if you want to, you can pick up the goodies and basically redo all of the demos, because that's what we're here for. What are you going to show us first of all, Mark?
Right, I'm going to do a tag. I love making tags. Very useful, you know, to make a tag card. Sometimes it's easier to start with a tag card than a full-on on a card. Yeah. Because it's a little bit narrower, so you get more space or less space to create. But there's less problems that you need to try and fill it as well. So sometimes smaller is better. If you're a beginner, it's a great way to start. So I'm going to use a stamp set called Beautiful Life. Now, I'm not sure that this is actually currently available at the moment.
No, I don't think this one is.
This one seems to have gone slightly
AWOL?
Yeah, you could say that. I leave it to the powers that be that look after these kind of things.
Exactly, we don't worry about that here.
No, but hey, I'm using it. I mean, you know, if you don't have this one or you saw the earlier shows, feel free to use one of those flowers instead. Again, they'll all work equally well. Again, using even the same principle that I'm going to show you now. So I'm just inking this stamp with some Versamark, which is a sticky clear ink. And all I'm going to do now is place it down onto I've got a white tag, and these are the Visible Image tags. Okay. We'll talk about them after, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk about those, show those. Any product that you're using, we'll
definitely. Yeah. So I'm just kind of going over my stamp, pressing down using my stamping platform. I mean, it's a large stamp, as you can see from the size of my hand. So, you know, if you're a beginner, it's a great way to you know, make a start using a stamping platform. Yeah. Now, I need to make sure that this is nice and sticky. So I'm going to go back in again and just ensure that I've got all those areas that I wanted, you know, sticky stuck, if you know what I mean. Right, so I'm just going to go back in.
So with us, we've got our 8x8 stamping platform, which has got little legs, which like spring-loaded legs, which sit into like a little well. So that would be the same sort of thing that you're using
exactly,
here.
Exactly. You know, there's a lot of different platforms out there.
Yeah.
All of them equally cool. Right, so what I'm going to do is take this tag off.
Yeah.
And next thing I'm going to do is, you can't see what I've done here because obviously it's a clear sticky ink. So what I need to do now is I'm going to put some white embossing powder on. And again, you may not see what I'm actually doing until I add some colour on. So just bear with me. So I'm just sprinkling the white embossing powder over my tag, all over the image. And we'll tip off the excess. And we'll put that back into the pot. Now you may be able to just
about see it now.
Just about see it, yeah. Okay. You may see a little clearer when I heat emboss it.
Oh, here we go. Look at this next camera shot. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Well done.
Yes.
Whoever's in charge of there.
Well done, Jamie.
Just, you know, if you get little bits of there, just don't worry about it. It's all cool. Right, so I'm just going to get my heat tool heated up to the right temperature.
Yeah.
And again, just take your time when you're embossing this. Once you see it turn in, then you move along.
Yeah. Really great to see tags being used. I feel like we use them occasionally here on Crafters TV, but you know, obviously great as tags for gifts, but you can use them in, like you're showing, in so many different ways, and even make like card shapes out of them as well, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, you can easily stick one of these tags to a card blank, and you've got, you know, something more dynamic. So I'm just finishing off heating this, and I'll show you in the light. Okay, so you might just be able to see that on camera now. Just show that
around. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, very good.
Right, so we're going to add some colour to this now. So the next thing we need to do, I'll just move it to the side, and I'm going to get some inks. Now, I could spray inks there if I wanted to. I did that the last show, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm just going to use my glass mat. I'm going to smush some inks here on my glass mat.
What types of inks are these again for people who are not used to?
So these are water-based inks. I know what, I can't remember, what do you call the Crafters water-based inks?
There's Spectrum Noir water reactive ink pads.
Yeah. Well, they'll be equally, you know, as good as any water-based ink for this.
Yeah.
The reason being is you need to use water-based ink because you need the resist of the heat embossed to work against it. So, next thing, I've put some ink down. I need to give it a spritz with some water. In fact, I'll use one of these. I saw these.
Oh yeah, the big ones.
Cool. These are really cool, these ones are. I've never seen these before.
They give quite a long spray as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. Right, so here's me with my little one.
Yeah.
Right, and then I take my tag, and obviously I turn it face down, and then I just smoosh that colour in. So just, you'll know when you get enough because you'll be happy with the result. You know, if you're not, you go back in. So that's what you see.
Oh, that's funky.
It's funky now, and it's not quite there yet, but we'll carry on until we get that colour that we want.
What's your general rule of thumb when it comes to colours? Because I think a lot of people perhaps struggle with choosing what colours go with what. Is that just experimentation?
Yeah, I would experiment, you know, and you know, sometimes there's no right or wrong. I mean, there is a colour theory.
Yeah.
But you know, choose the colours that you like.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb, isn't it?
That's a great rule of thumb. So what I'm going to do is just to heat this, just to get rid of all those wet bits. And if you've still got any wet blobs that you don't want, just dab them with a towel. So we're just going to dry this off a little bit more.
Okay.
And I kind of like those splodgy bits because it just adds to what you're creating as well.
Makes it more organic, I suppose.
Yeah. It looks more natural.
Yes. I'm just preempting questions again here, and we'll probably get a few through. The cardstock that you're using here again, is this just sort of standard cardstock, or is it watercolour?
Just normal cardstock. It's not watercolour. I mean, if you've got watercolour cardstock, great, use that. Make sure it's a nice smooth one though, because obviously when you're stamping, you need something smooth to stamp onto really, unless you want that effect of you know, that kind of like distressed look, I think you call it. So this is our kind of basic card as we see, tag as we see it. Now we're going to add to that again. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to get a stencil, and the stencil I'm going to get the 64. You were singing this earlier on, weren't you?
When I'm 64?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sorry, is that in your head now?
It is actually, yeah. It's, you know, it's one of those worms, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to just go over the top of here. Just place the stencil over. Now you can tape it down if you really want to, but I'm going freestyle as they call it, and I'm just going with 3 colours here, the same 3 colours, but this time I'm using a blending tool. So I'm just going to go back in with my blending tool over the through the stencil.
Yep.
And we're just going to kind of like get some gorgeous circles being created here.
Love it.
So we're just going to go through. Now, I wouldn't worry that obviously the embossing, the white embossing powder will resist those inks that you put on. And even if it does cover it a bit, just wipe it off afterwards with a paper towel.
Yeah.
And it works brilliantly.
Must say hi to Jane, who's joined us in Las Vegas. Sandy Cockerfoot is in. Rhonda's in Chicago. And Marla's joined us. She says, I love to smoosh. Hello from Indiana.
Yeah, it's always good to have a smoosh. And smoosh together, as I say.
Yeah.
Crafters smoosh together.
That's it.
So I'm just holding this down. Now, again, I would normally use a tape it down or something like that. But we're just going to freestyle it. And you know, this is when you kind of doing this kind of thing that you start to see something emerging that you really enjoy and like.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to get in with a third colour and just finish this off with a colour.
Stencils, again, are just so handy to have, aren't they? For like you're doing here, creating backgrounds, you know, and all the different mediums that you can run through stencils, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can put your, you can put texture paste through the stencil, your glitter pastes. You can
spray through them, could you?
You can spray through them. You can emboss them. You can put them through your die cut machine as well. So there's a lot you can do with stencils, and anybody who doesn't use stencils really, really should.
Yeah, you're missing out, I think, really, aren't you?
I think so. Right, so I'm just going to take this off now, and then you can see what we get here.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see this starting to come to life now.
Yeah.
So the next thing we want to do is, this is the standard tags that we've got, and what I've done is I've just cut a slightly larger one here, and I'm just going to stick this down. So I'm just going to use some glue. Again, just any of your wet glues, it will work fine. Just take your time.
There you go.
I didn't need to do those extra bits. It's just one of those, those habit things that you do when you're designing. Right, okay. And we're just going to stick this down. I'm going to have to hold it whilst I line it up. Don't want it to make it skew. Right.
It's always a good option, wet glue as well, isn't it? So it gives you a bit of wiggle room, wiggle time.
So I'm just going to stick that down now. Just hold it down for a few seconds until the glue grabs exactly where you want it. And if any comes out the edges, we can clean that up, no problem at all.
Yeah.
It's it dries. Most glues dry clear, so you can just clear that up quite easily. It's very easy to do. So we have the kind of basis that we got here for our tag. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to put a sentiment on there, and we just want to add some highlights and detail to what we've created. Okay. So I'm getting a few of the Spectrum Noir pens.
Yep.
And all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some faux shadow to the card, to the tag, just on the flowers, just to kind of bring it to life a little bit more. You don't have to do a lot. And in fact, I might have a darker one here. 4. Yeah. So we're just going to go through there, and we're just going to add some faux shadow. I mean, this is great, especially if you're trying to send stuff out to people, and sometimes when you add like dimension to your projects, it adds to the cost of postage by a lot these days. It costs an awful lot. So kind of add in that fake kind of 3-dimension.
So this is a hack, I suppose we would call this, isn't it? Really?
I would call it a hack. You can call it design. It's built into it. I don't know. You call it what you want, but it works. Yeah. We just add to that, and then we can just go in with a slightly lighter one.
That's really very clever, that. Look how it's like sort of jumping off the page now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can just go in as many times as you want there and just soften it off a bit. Soften those shadows off so you don't get quite as harsh a line. Just go back over with a slightly lighter pen. Leanne will probably be turning in her grave if she sees me doing it this way, but everyone does certain things their own way. I know there's lots of skills about colouring in things and everything, but you kind of learn it the way that you like to learn it.
Exactly. I think whatever works for you, you've got to do, haven't you? Really?
Yeah. So we've kind of basically done with that there. I do need to put I've got a sentiment from this set as well, which is really nice, and I think I've got to stick that to the front. So I'm just going to get some glue. This is like the your 3D glue, the silicone glue that you use. A few blobs. We just add some dimension to our project here. And there's one other thing I will do when I finish put this on. Now, I'm not going to put it at the bottom. I'm just going to overlap it from the flower. So what you want to do is just have that flower. And what's nice is that these flowers, allows you to bend those stems, so you don't have to have it dead straight, or you can bend it if you want it a bit different angled on your tag or card. So I'm just going to place that down like so. And to finish off, we'll use a white pen, acrylic pen. Do you sell white acrylic pens?
We had them in various kits. I don't know necessarily that they were available individually, but in things like we had them in our Academy of Colour. There was one kit that had them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we did them individually.
Because very useful to have a white pen anyway, whether it be acrylic or not. It just kind of just adds those slight lines that you go around the tag. Yeah. It really does just finish it off.
It's all these little extra bits that give you the kind of detail and take your project to the next level, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think we're pretty much done there.
That's sensational.
So would you like me to hold that up? There we go.
Very nice indeed. Using various elements that you can pick up on the show today as well. We'll talk around those in just a second. Hi to Hillary and Holly Collie, hello and a woof. And Jane's Nightly Joke says, I've just purchased an original Van Gogh coffee table. I know it's an original because there's a bit of veneer missing. Thank you, Jane. I like that one.
Like that.
It's very good. If you want the tags, the Essentials Mixed Tag 15-piece set, that is available. Great price on this. So $4.99 is your price if you want to jump in and grab. So we get a mixture of different cardstock in here, don't we? And sizes.
You get white, black, and craft.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 of each in the large size, and then 3 of each in the smaller size. So you get 15 tags in total. Really, really nice. And I love tags, as you know. And I came up with these tags because I think there was a need to have tags in different sizes, and they're also a little bit they're wider than the standard tag as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
I use tags all the time.
And like you said, if you wanted to make a card, so I guess you just literally put a score line and then stick it together with you if you wanted to make a card out of the two.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got 15 in total there for $4.99. Also, let's just show you a couple of other bits and pieces. Dean, what did you want to show next? Okay. Now, you can tell me about this. I'm quite excited about the Destination Anywhere.
Right.
PET tape.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Okay.
I love it. It's something that it doesn't look like a lot from the roll, okay? But there's an awful lot in there. And let me just see. So we've got 16.4 feet or 5 meters.
5 meters.
And it's 2 inches thick or 5 centimeters.
Can I ask you again, because I asked you before the show, what does it stand for, PET?
It's polytetrafluoroethylene. I know, PET tape.
It's so much easier, isn't it, to say that? I don't know why I asked you. They're laughing in my ear now. What are we using this for? I don't know if I've ever seen PET tape before.
Right, okay. So, I'll show you exactly how you can use it in different ways. Let me just show you. So, if you have, say, for instance, a piece. So this is the printed from the pad.
Yes.
Just one of the sheets of the paper. And it looks great as it is, and you can use it as it is. But what if you wanted to do more with it? So, it's quite simply this. You can unroll your tape.
Oh,
now,
wow.
This is, if you, let me just tell you now, if you feel it, it's very silky and smooth. It's a matte tape, so it's not shiny. It's a very matte tape, and it is continuous. So the design kind of repeats itself there. It's not repeating sideways on, so obviously it's not going to pattern match top and bottom, but it does repeat lengthways. But that's great because it doesn't matter. Now, what can you do with this? Right, what you can't do is you can't put water-based products on because it is plastic at the end of the day. But what you can do is you can also, besides just sticking it to a card, so I'll show you this first.
Yeah.
So if we peel back some of it, and I'm just peeling it back, and then I'm just going to stick it to my card. So just stick it down, just line it up with the edge there. stick it down with the card. And then all you need to do is simply cut it. And where's my scissors gone? Right. So I use some scissors here. All you need to do is just trim it to the size. And it's as simple as that. Now, if you wanted to do the complete card, this is exactly the same piece of card.
No
way. Look how different that piece of card looks from where I started there.
Yeah.
You would not think that that is the same piece of card.
No, you wouldn't.
You think it's something totally different. But that is exactly, now that is it, just plain. If it's used, say for instance on a plain tag, so we put this one aside, so we have a plain tag, and then I've just covered it.
Is that from the tape again?
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Just two strips of the tape that covers this tag completely, and then you've also got an insert tag there. You can put all kinds of products over the top of it. Absolutely amazing. So that is one of the other reasons you can use it. Now, if we want to talk about colour, if we're talking about colouring it, so came up with this as a solution. So this is the same tape, and all I've done to colour it in is you can use it one or two products, right? Anything such as your alcohol pens. So whether you've got alcohol pens, you can colour this in quite easily, and it'll dry and it'll be permanent. So you can colour in certain elements if you wish to. If you want to make it, modern, funky colours, you can. If you want to make it grungy, you can. These three are done not with the alcohol pens, but with the alcohol inks. So I can tip alcohol ink onto these, and I'll just show you quickly. So get a couple of colours. All you do is just dab the colours on. And we use some different colours, and this colour will be permanently.
Yeah.
I was looking for my blending tool, but I can't find my blending tool, so you dab a few different colours
on.
on.
There's plenty down to your right-hand side if you need a blending tool, I think. Down the second shelf, I think, maybe
I'll
not.
improvise with this one. So I just blend it with a foam, and all you've got to do is kind of blend those colours in.
Oh, okay.
And you start to get a completely different colour underneath. So you can blend it to whatever colour you'd like to.
Yeah.
Again, whether you want to maybe do vintage, maybe you want to do modern, it's entirely up to you how you colour this in. But it looks absolutely stunning.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It is gorgeous, and if you want to make instant cards, it's the thing that you really want to have. I mean, I use it all the time. Especially whether you're making masculine cards, feminine cards. The backgrounds are fantastic. As you can see, just from this card here, that one card, and this is just one piece of paper.
Yeah.
One piece of paper with the different colours on, and then you just put that tape straight over the top.
It looks like you've done an awful lot of work there, doesn't it?
Yeah, an awful lot of work, and it's not, and it feels so nice. Yeah. I wish I could, I wish at home you could,
touch your vision. Yeah,
wish you could, but you can't. Well, you can if you get it.
Exactly right. So listen, if you want to feel it, you're gonna have to buy it, aren't you? $4.99 is the price for this. So that is UK only once again. That pet tape I just think looks absolutely incredible. Loving the tag, says Jane. That turned out really great, didn't it? Some brilliant stuff. I know a lot of our US friends are desperate to buy. Once we can get the visible image goodies to you guys, obviously you'll be the first to know if and when that happens. Cherry's joined us in Conroe, Texas. She says, I've just got home from work. Hello, Cherry. Hope Texas is good. And Sonia's message to say, I like this tape. Yeah, I tell you what, the great thing about it as well is if you've never used it before and you fancy giving it a go, it's only going to set you back $4.99. I think, again, once you've got it home and you've given it a try, you'll absolutely love it. Just wanted to quickly as well, before we go on to another bundle that you haven't yet seen, talk about this Tomorrow's Memories paper pad. 8 double-sided designs here, 3 sheets each, giving you 24 sheets. It is... what's the GSM? 200 GSM. Obviously, you've been making some beautiful backgrounds, Mark, but we were talking in the earlier show saying that this is a great one to go for, perhaps if you're maybe not as confident in doing your own backgrounds, but certainly if you are in a bit of a rush, you've kind of, given us some beautiful backgrounds ready to go here, haven't you? Yeah, and totally. I mean, obviously, they're double-sided, so you can use either side that you want, and they are coordinated in terms of colours. And also, if you think about it as well, is that because these were done, basically I got some inks and, the standard inks that you would buy on the shelf or that you've got in your home already. So the colour matching will be perfect to whatever you've got at home.
I designed these. They weren't done digitally. They were done like in real life with real inks, sprays and everything. So it looks fantastic.
And again, if you want to, obviously these are sort of smooth. You can stamp onto them, stencil onto them.
I mean, when I normally stamp onto them, I stamp onto them maybe using like a stays on or any ink, and I always clear and heat and emboss anyway. So especially things that got a little bit of a smoothness to them, is you do need to be careful.
It's a great price as well. A lot of people have bought this today and commented on the fact that that price is brilliant. So just $5.99 if you want to jump in and grab that Tomorrow's Memories paper pad. Feel free again to multi-order on that. Gorgeous sample, says Mary Pat. Any more comments? Throw those our way. We would love to read those out and also answer any of your questions over the course of the show. This bundle you haven't yet seen. So we brought you the beautiful flowers and the musicians, the rock stars earlier on. This one is your 4-piece stamp and die bundle. Sorry, stamp and stencil bundle, I should say. Let's show you the stencils first of all. The first one you've seen, you've been using this one quite a lot. This is 64. I've got a feeling that, well, this is one that you just love using because there's a couple of times you've used it already today.
It's circles and anything organic or anything you want to put onto it, your eye is automatically drawn to your project. So when you get this home, you can just highlight some of the areas. You don't have to do it all, but it's going to look absolutely amazing.
Earlier on, you used this light trail. So again, what I loved about this is you just used like a little section of it, didn't you? I think, rather than using the whole thing.
No, I used the whole thing.
Did you use the whole thing?
It was good because obviously it's so delicate. It works well with anything floral. It works well with the music as well. So imagine the guitar player or the saxophonist. It's going to look absolutely amazing with him, with his arm in the air. That's it. Yeah. Perfect.
There you go. Yeah, it's almost like, there you go, the flourish.
Yes.
That's after you strum those strings. Now, talk us through these, because this is a stamp set that you're going to get here. So this is called Blocked Up. And well, you can see on the front, but if I turn it around, you can see a little better.
Yeah.
So we've got some clear rectangles and then obviously some blocked up ones.
So yeah, they're solids, and then you've got the outline. So you've got them obviously in solids and outline, so through the opposites as well, which is nice. And I like this because, for maybe wanting to do maybe more geometric backgrounds, I've found also that one of the blocks works well as a vase. So the flower sets that you've got there, you could stamp that and then put the flower in as well. Look absolutely amazing. I
love that. Yeah, the flower sets, obviously on Shop the Day for our UK viewers, if you want to jump in and grab. Again, all of these available as individual stamp bundles and stencils. That one's called Blocked Up. And then this one is incredible. This is called Particle. If I flip this around again, you can see the 4 stamps that you're going to be receiving there. The detail on these stamps is absolutely amazing.
So again, this is the kind of thing, I love circles, but this kind of delicate dotted circles is gorgeous. I mean, I should be able to show you like how I would use it as well. But it's so nice, and they're different sizes. You've got 1, 2, you got 4 in there as well. So it's very versatile indeed.
If you want the full bundle, that's probably the best way to go as far as getting them all for the best price, $35.99. But again, you can go for all of those as individual items should you wish to. Thank you for the comments coming through as well. Stephanie Theodore saying, Mark, I really love watching you create and inspire. It's lovely, isn't it, to have some of our crafty friends back, having some different products on as well. And like I say, UK viewers take advantage of the fact that we've got them in. US friends, great opportunity for you to take inspiration. And as I say, fingers crossed, hopefully down the line, we'll be able to bring some of these products to you guys. We are about halfway through the show and we've got time for another demo, I think. So we're going to be using mainly these now, are we?
What we're going to use, sorry?
What we're just using next in the demo. What are you going to use?
I am going to. That's a good question.
He's gonna freestyle it.
I'm not going to freestyle. I'll use the blocks. The blocks. Okay. Up. Yes, cool. And I'll improvise a little bit on some things. Okay. That's fine. I like a bit of freestyling, so we'll go for that. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'll just get my card out, and I just need my stamping mat. Now, I've got my card, piece of square card, and I need to get my blocks. I got that carried away talking, I forgot to prepare for my next demonstration.
Well, that's fine. Oh. It's easily done. Easily done. We're all friends here. It's all very laid back.
Right, let's get these blocks out.
So the flower you mentioned then, would that be that one there that would work in the vase, the Precious Life?
Any of them. Let me just show you now. I'll get a piece of card. Show you now. I'll show you before I make another demo. Right. So if I choose, get this one out.
God, listen to the rain outside. It is miserable up here today.
I'm just so glad nobody out, watching can hear it.
I know.
Right. So I'm just going to, I've got my outline and I'm just going to ink it up.
Yeah.
And this is going to show you just how, it could be a vase if you wanted it to be. And I am doing it on a tag, but that's fine. So we just do that square. Just take your time. Again, I'm not using a stamping platform. I'm going old school here.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're proficient in stamping, it shouldn't be an issue. So you get this gorgeous square.
Perfect.
Now, what else you can do is, I've got a flower I can just show you as well. So if you wanted to, you could quite easily, you could put that flower in that vase quite easily, colour it in a colour.
Yeah.
Job done.
Job done, exactly.
That's it, fun. And it will work exactly the same with the Precious Life as well, the one I showed you earlier on.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. So that is exactly how you can use it that way. Now, obviously, you can also do things like, I'm just going a bit off at a tangent at the moment.
You do what you want, Mark.
Tangenting it away, right.
Exactly.
Okay. So you can stamp it in black. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
But then, if I get myself another block, so this is a solid one, and I'll just grab myself another colour, and I'm going to use Distress. Again, Distress is different to normal inks because it's water-based, and you're not going to get that so much of a solid outline, but it still worked really cool. And I just excuse my big head in the way here a second whilst I just line it up. Just line it up, and so you can just press down there. Now, obviously, you can maybe you wanted it, the outline in green or any colour that you wish to. You can do anything with these, so they're so cool. I just lift that off.
Oh, look at that.
And then you've got a solid background.
Perfect. So
exactly, this is the kind of thing that you can actually do. So you could do so many things with these. Right. So let's make where I was a card. I'm going to get some on my solid blocks now. And on some colours.
Yep.
And we're just going to create a nice background. So first colour up, I think I'll use that blue, since we got it on my block already. So I'm inking it up, and this time I am going to use a mister.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure whether I used the one that I used earlier, or so just a little bit of a mist on here. A waft, is that what they call it? Technical term.
I think so, a little bit of a waft.
And then I'm just going to go in and we're just going to create a bit of a background.
Yeah.
Again, using the water on there makes all the difference, especially with water-based inks. So we can just clean this off, and I'll just go in with a different colour, and we're just going to build up our background. So I'll get another block now and just go a different way. Do we have bigger stamping blocks?
Yeah. Should have. Stamping blocks?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that's fine.
You sure? I've got rocker blocks, stamping platforms.
I got one.
Of course, blimey.
All done, right, okay. So I'm going to get my solid stamping block, and I'm going to go in a different colour.
Hillary's just messaged saying it's rained all day in Scotland and my waterproof coat wasn't up to the relentless Scottish rain.
Oh.
It's annoying, isn't it? Because I kind of feel it just started getting quite nice, the weather. We get some mild temperatures, bit of sunshine, and then before you know it, back down to earth with a bang. Rain. So another little spritz there, yep.
Another little spritz, yep. And this time I'm going to go another way, different way. And this is how you can start to build up your backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? And then
really
what we're going to do is we're going to go in with a different colour again. again, this you can have so much fun doing this.
And again, like, how do you decide where you're placing things?
Well, in my head, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Reality is I'm just winging it now.
I love it.
So, no, I'm in my head, I've got a plan, he says. Which is why I'm trying to work out exactly where it's going to go now. No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a piece of card. And do you know what the best card I've ever made is?
What's that?
The next one.
Ah, I love that.
Do you see, this is exactly what I'm trying to say, is that, sometimes, you don't know where you're going until you get to the destination, you've got to learn it all the time. And that's what I like. Crafting it is a journey.
Yeah. No, 100%. And like I say, from this guy who knows very little, I just go at it and just say, look, just have some fun with it. You know, craft with a smile. Things will go right. Things will probably go not so right. But at the end of the day, what's the worst thing that's going to happen?
Exactly.
You have a bit of card or a bit of paper that you end up putting in the bin. I'm sure you can hear that rain at home now.
Wow.
Wowee. You got a boat to get back to the house later on.
Maybe so. We were discussing food earlier, weren't we? We were discussing food.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a takeaway night for you, isn't it, I think?
Well, the jury's out on that at the moment. Maybe people watching can help me decide.
Yeah. What's your mark have for tea then? Come on.
So I'm limited in choices. Either I go to Sainsbury's or any other supermarket.
Yep.
Not favoritism.
Probably be Sainsbury's though, because that's nearest to the talent house for you. Yeah.
That is very much the truth.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just go have a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah. What would you get if you're not cooking though, are you? So if it's going to be Sainsbury's, it will be a microwave meal, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be something I would just chuck in the microwave. 3 minutes later, I'm eating.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I couldn't decide what I would have in Sainsbury's, but
well, let us know at home. Let us know at home. Microwave meal or a Chinese takeaway. And if Mark's getting Chinese, what's he having? What's your go-to from the Chinese? You've got 2 Chinese votes so far, I think, in the gallery from Dean and Jamie.
Do I deserve one? That is the question. Do I deserve it?
I think you do. Absolutely.
Let me know.
I mean, we're not paying, but
the thing is, if I have a Chinese later, I've got to be careful at my age about spicy foods late at night, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, one of those things at my age.
Yes.
Right. Now, you could easily go back in if I wanted to. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, with more kind of like solid colours. And it's quite easily, I might do that. Just a second. I'll get the smaller block. Here's me using the same 2 blocks, and I've got another one I could use here. I like this little one as well.
Our Jan on the socials has just said Chinese without a doubt.
Chinese is one of those things that everybody always has something, completely different, don't they? They have their favourites.
Yeah. I've not had Chinese food for ages. I do
Really?
it's not something that since we've been up here, it'll be 5 years in August, and we found a great fish and chip shop.
Ooh.
We found a really lovely Indian restaurant in Darlington, but we've not really found a great Chinese so far.
Oh, that's annoying then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when you find one, it's like either you move house and then it's you just lose contact with the favourite thing that you ever had.
Yeah. I can direct you. I say Chinese I can't help you. Like the fish and chip shop, one of the fish and chip shops that we go to, which is very good, is literally just down the road there. So if you fancied that tonight, I could help you. But if you're after a Chinese,
I had fish and chips last night. I can't have fish and chips again.
Well, you can.
No, I can't.
You can. They're just asking me in the gallery if you like Thai food. Takes it or leaves it, I think.
Yeah.
I think Dean might have had a suggestion for you. He's not bothered, Dean.
No, that's a no then.
That's a big no-no. That wasn't one of the things to choose from. Is it Sainsbury's or Chinese?
I know. Obviously, right. I'm going to stop with this one here, and we'll stop there.
Okay.
Okay. So we've got this done. Basically, our background. Again, very simplistic. If you want to go in with the lined outlines as well in different ways and shapes and forms, you can do that. Let me just dry this off a second.
Hillary said chips and gravy from the Chinese.
That don't count, does it?
Well, I don't know.
I could have had that from the chip shop, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could have done actually. Laurie says takeout. I love egg drop soup and spicy chicken. Egg drop soup, what's that?
I don't know, I've never heard of it.
Mary Pat says Chinese takeaway. Sonia says Chinese. Mellory says I would get Chinese. I mean that is your answer. Dean's still talking about Thai food in my ear. Pad Thai. Oh, that was Jamie. Chicken chow mein. We've got risotto tonight. I know that much in our house. Chicken risotto.
Is that to follow the flapjack that you had earlier on?
Yeah. Don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. That was just a goings on.
Mid-afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks, standing here 4 hours a day.
No. No. Right, so I've got my card blank and I'm going to, don't do it Australian, Mark. He says, right, don't do that. I've done that loads of times, right. And let's pull this off.
I love the adhesive backing you've got on your
yeah, well that's,
toppers.
It's not quite true because it is only the double-sided tape that I normally use.
Okay.
But then I'm giving away all my secrets. I stick it to a piece of, you know the stuff that you get from labels, the printer labels,
Oh,
you know, the backing
yeah.
sheet? I stick it to that.
Oh, okay.
So, and it just saves me time. So we've got a lovely background. We need to kind of bring some life to this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch this flower that I've got spare, move that out of the way. Now this is from Colourful Life. So this is our gorgeous flower that's in that set.
Yep, we'll show all these at the end.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at it now and just seeing, do you know what? I don't think I'm going to colour it in because I like the colourful background. Might do that, leave it as it is. So I'm going to stick this to my card using some glue. So I'll get an OCD now. I left the pen lid off. And that's, as you know, in the crafting world, that's an awful thing to do.
It's not, yeah, shouldn't be doing that.
I know. The rain's easing off.
Oh, it has, hasn't it?
Mm.
I was just thinking about poor producer Johnny, who was in earlier on. He does football training on a Tuesday night.
Oh, yes, he said to me.
Yeah. So I'm imagining he would have got absolutely soaked.
Do they still do it in the rain like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. It's like is it under 12s as well? I think he coaches. His lads, I think, is 11 or 12. So yeah, he does all of that.
Would you do that, or is that not for you?
Maybe back along. I think potentially. I mean, I'm a bit more. I do a lot of running and stuff like that. I'm a bit more of a fair weather runner, to be honest with you. Would I want to go and stand outside and coach a load of under 12s football on a Tuesday night in the rain? No. Would I rather be in here with you, crafting and talking about Chinese? Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? It's
So
brilliant.
I'm just going to sticking this down now, and as you can see, again, sometimes if you don't want to, people are maybe scared of colouring in things, or maybe they think they're not very good at colouring in like flowers or people or objects. Sometimes you don't actually need to colour your main item in. You can leave it black and white, and it stands out just as much. Okay, so I've got a couple of sentiments I can put here as well.
Laurie says, you've never heard of egg drop soup. Every Chinese restaurant has it. Lol.
No, I've never seen it in my Chinese egg drop.
That's what it says, egg drop soup.
That sounds like they've dropped egg on.
Yeah. All I'm seeing in my mind is like a bowl of like tomato soup and someone dropping like a boiled egg into it.
So I had a choice of whether I was going to put fill your life with colour on, but I decided not to because I got a square card and I think that would look better on DL. I don't have quite enough room where I'd want to put it. I mean, I could put it there, but I don't want to. But I am going to put this on. Nice. So this is in the set as well, which is Live in the Rainbow. And I like that. So I think that's going to go across the front there.
It's such, again, a brilliant project, but so simple to recreate, I would say, isn't it?
Yeah, especially since I kind of winged it. And so as you can tell at home, I spent hours prepping this particular one. Not.
Sometimes the wing demos are the best ones. I always think when our guys are in and they have to quickly wing something off the top of their heads. I think it's great to see how your crafty minds all work.
The mind. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm just going to take my time here. We're going to put Live in the Rainbow on the front there, which is kind of nice there. It just fits across there really nicely. Again, perfect. And there we've got a kind of very contemporary, modern card. Very cool, very simple to make, but I think that's very effective. Shall I lift that up there?
Yeah, that is incredible. I absolutely love that. And again, the colour in the background this time, and then the white flower being sort of pinged forward because of the colour in the background. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. We'll go through some of the deals with you and show you what you need to pick up, and I guess we can have a look at some finished samples as well we've got over the other side of the studio. Lots of Chinese chat in the comments, as I thought there would be. Mary Pat says, I love wonton soup and egg rolls. Yeah, I do like egg rolls. I don't know why I would have it at Chinese now. It's been such a long time since I've had them. I'd have to have a think on that. As I say, I've got risotto tonight, so it doesn't matter. And Hillary's in saying, I've tired the collie out again. What a result. Right, we've got about 13, 14 minutes left. I believe which one do you want to do? Oh, so the one you've just shown, okay. So if you want to be able to recreate what Mark has just done, you've got the one on the screen. So it's the 4-piece stamp and stencil bundle. So $35.99. It brings you your blocked up stamps. So that's the way, of course, that you can create those amazing cards, or the amazing project that Mark has just created for you there. You've got your 64, so the beautiful bubble stencils. You've also got your light trail. If you go back to the earlier show, you'll see Mark using this on a demo that he did a little bit earlier. And then, of course, you've got all of your particles. So the 5 stamps in there with those amazing circles with all of that interest as far as the kind of like minute particles are concerned. $35.99 UK only currently. You've got that discount for shopping with us today. The most popular bundle that we've had is the musical collection. So if I show you the stamps, and then Mark can take you through some brilliant samples with this. Again, if you want to see this in action, you can do so by popping back to the earlier show where we saw the Rockstar in action. We were talking about this particular stamp and saying it could have been a number of different rock stars, but you've got the guitarist himself there, and then you've got all these other stamps to go with it. So the brilliant sentiments. You've got the kind of textured stamps here as well. You've got Party Like a Rock Star. Take centre stage, it's your birthday. If you're going to have a good guitarist in a band, you need a good drummer, of course, as well. So this set, if you want to go for it on its own, is called Make Some Noise. Turn that around. Look at that, really big size stamps to be working with. You've got the drummer. Again, you've got the sentiments to go with it. Make Some Noise, Banging Birthday. You've also got the jazz artist in there too. So this one's called All That Jazz. You've got the trumpet player, the saxophonist, and this is really cute actually because you've got the All That Jazz sentiment, you've got the musical notes here. Again, you've got these fantastic circles and some sort of textured stamps in there as well. You've got happy birthday sentiment. And this bundle also comes with the die as well. So that die is called Melody Wave, again, using the brilliant project that Mark did earlier on. If you missed that show, do go back and watch it because there were some fantastic demos. Everything that you've got there is in the bundle. If you want to go for them individually, you can. So 21 stamps and a die for $41.99. Want to pick and choose there, you can. Should we have a look at some finished samples with this set with you, Mark?
Sure. Which one? The music?
Yeah, music.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. That's great. So we've got samples such as. So we'll start off with the All That Jazz.
So cool.
Isn't that good? Gorgeous. And don't forget that's using that die in the bottom there. Fantastic. Again, you can pattern, join that up to make it longer or shorter. Snip into it if you wish to. Really, really cool. This is one I made, and I think the stencil is coming up tomorrow.
It will be, yeah, I think.
So that is called Bauhaus. Very, very cool. Again, sepia tones, great, for that kind of more kind of classic look that you may like, and with the gold there, really mixed up. Fantastic. Again, contemporary, I like this, kind of black and white and monochromatic with that little bit of pop of colour there. But again, with that's the Bauhaus stencil again, which you'll see tomorrow.
Yes.
And again, not colouring them in if you don't want to, just leave them black and white. Alternatively, if you like a little bit of colouring in,
that's so
again,
cool.
Lots of white space, but really, really cool.
Very effective.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Happy birthday and all that jazz. Love that one. And I like this because of the colours. Very neon, very New Orleans. Again, isn't that fantastic? I like the angled, you know, it gives movement and momentum.
Yeah.
You know, it looks fantastic and the sentiments are fantastic as well. But it's really good. Love that one. Let's move on to rock. Party like a rock star. So again, that's using that Bauhaus stencil, which you will see tomorrow in action. Again, you can go, you know, as cool and grungy as you want. Glitz up that guitar there. Very, very cool tag.
Is that glitter or is that like glossy highlights, glossy accents? Though,
I think it's glossy highlights and glitter.
Right.
I think it's both. So again, look how cool that looks. Really, I love that one.
Really good.
Again, another one from our amazing design team. Isn't that gorgeous? Fantastic. I love that one. What else we got? This is one I made earlier on.
Yeah.
So again, now if you look at the base there, I've put the die behind the sentiment there, and look how glittery that really is. That's really cool. So all I've done is I've die cut it out, and then I've put Versamark over the front of it, and then put glittery embossing powder on top. Not embossing powder. Yeah, glittery embossing powder. Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Again, using that 64 stencil in the background, you can see how cool that really does look. And you know, just glittering up that that guitar. So you know, if you've got a red guitar or whatever color guitar that you've got, you can pattern match that as well. So really cool. Drummers. So look at this. I mean, isn't this gorgeous? I mean, a lot of people have been talking about that as well, haven't they? This parallax background. This
What's
is
it called?
Stencil.
Parallax.
Parallax. Yeah.
Right.
Again, really cool. Really shows that movement that you're looking for in cards. Great. I mean, I just love this. Don't forget that stencil could be used that way up as well. So it's coming out the sideways there. Really, really cool. It would work with chess as well, wouldn't it? I see that with chess.
Oh yeah, it would work with chess.
So that's really cool. So make some noise, have a banging birthday. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
What else we got? Oh, this one is a really cool one. I don't know whether you can get in any closer with that. If you notice the background, it's made up of the die.
Very good.
And it's so white on white, and it's been stuck down there. This is by Lorraine Lowe, and she did a fantastic idea, and it's so touchy-feely as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's fantastic, but it looks amazing. I like the clean way of the white on white with that, and then you know everything else just pops.
Incredible.
And then what else do we have here? Last one, I think.
Last one, yeah.
So again, this is very simplistic, but how effective is that? Plenty of white space. Don't be afraid of it. You've got those extra elements in the drummer, like the ink splats there, so you can add to that. There's also in that set, well, I don't know whether you can see it, but there's splashes in there that you can put over the top of the drums themselves. So which is really cool.
Yes, 100%, yeah.
Yeah. So like they're hitting those, you know, where the wet rain kind of thing on the drum kit. So yeah, that's how that looks, but that's gorgeous.
It's a brilliant set, $41.99 if you want to go for the full collection. Just before we disappear, we've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. The floral collection, Doodle Flowers, this one's called. So it's a 4-piece stamp and sentiment bundle. Quickly take you through these and we'll see some finished samples. The Total Chaos is the one that Rebecca was using earlier, and she sent in a beautiful project that she'd made with this. But again, loads of amazing florals in here, loads of beautiful doodles. Love this sort of circuit board, and this like clock, isn't it? Like a clock face with all the doodling on it.
Yes.
That's super cool. I really love it.
It's like a chaos theory, you know, it's really kind of like, it's just different, you know, and whether you're into your mixed media or not, it just works.
Yeah, it really does. This next one is the Blooming Fabulous Flowers. So again, lots of use for that one, as you saw in the previous show. Got some really cool sentiments in there as well, and verses to go with it. Colourful Life, again, is that flower. You just used that one a minute ago, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Yeah. So that's the one that Mark was using. Again, some really lovely sentiments in there. Fill your life with colour. Live in the rainbow, which I absolutely love. And then you've got your precious life in there. Once again, with your beautiful flower. You've got some circle stamps in there as well. Again, some like textured designs in there and some more sentiments too. That whole bundle, £54.99. And of course, if you want to go individually and grab any of those as individual products, you can. Mark's got some finished samples to finish off.
Yeah, so this is one I made earlier on. Again, using that light trail as well. Very, very nice. Very simple to make, but absolutely gorgeous. Again, just taking elements as well there. Don't forget to, do the insides of your cards as well.
Yeah.
Again, it makes all the difference when you're creating stuff.
100%.
And it all matches. Fantastic. Again, some of these samples from the design team, each one of them have created something a little bit different and original. This was from Nicola. Again, gorgeous in those colours. Love it. Here's another similar one that I've done before. Again, really, really nice with those circles. The colours are stunning, aren't they? And this is, a little bit of, what do you call those, gems in the centre.
Oh, okay.
Really nice, so you can finish that off just a little bit there. Again, different colours if you want to. I like that one as well. I like the, the kind of backgrounds as well. So I don't know how she's done that, but that looks amazing.
Very clever.
Again, on black card as well. This is so, it's not normal that you can make a black card and make it so, look, I'll drop it there. Look and make it look so amazing. I think it's really nice. Layering up those flowers, they lend themselves to, like cutting into them quite easily. So again, a little bit more mixed media going on there.
Beautiful.
Very, very cool. How about this one then? Isn't that gorgeous? That's created by Rachel. Again, not colouring in the flowers, making the background the colourful statement, but it does really stand out. Stamping those sentiments in Versamark with white embossed powder onto black card.
Great colour choice again for the background.
Sure. Exactly, that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, another gorgeous one there.
Beautiful.
But colouring everything in is so simple. Again, best friend. I mean, it's nice to have either your friend or best friend have a blooming, fabulous birthday. I think that's fantastic. We have gorgeous flower there in that colour. I like that colour as well. It's very gold embossed, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit more mixed media from Jane here.
Wow, that's so cool.
I like that best friend as the stem as well.
Yeah.
And she's put a button in the centre. So, grungy, messy, it still looks brilliant, doesn't it? A couple of nice tags here.
Loving the tags today.
So many really cool ideas. Different colours, looks totally different, but they match, don't they? Again, this is from the Colourful Life that I have used. Very similar card there, using a different texture stamp. Again, more mixed media tags there. I can't remember what you call this stuff behind it. Don't ask me. I've forgotten.
It's getting late on a Friday. He's thinking about his Chinese now.
Yeah. Don't email me in. So now this is the same stamp, and I did this for Remembrance Sunday.
Oh, yes.
So it could be a poppy if you wanted it to be that. Again, just think outside the box there. Something really cool. Again, I could just go on and on. This amazing samples.
Well, you can't because we've only got a minute and a half left.
I think we're nearly there anyway.
Yeah.
So again, just showing that stamp in a different way there. Fantastic. Again, more projects there that you can. Right. Okay, we're going on to the Chaos set now. This is the larger set, and again, I like this. The ability to stamp onto maybe some printed, an old book maybe that you've got there.
Very nice. And
you've coloured it in. It doesn't it look gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. Here's another one, a clean and simple, if you're into your clean and simple cards, absolutely stunning. Just colour the petals in and leave everything white.
Love it.
If you're totally into mixed media, this is one I did make a long time ago.
Wow.
Because I forgot. But yeah, again, different. Just do what you want with it, glossy accents. I'm flying through these now, we're nearly done. So we've got this one here, Creativity, love that font. Creativity again, you can do so much backgrounds there, just make it whatever you want it to be. And we'll finish off with this gorgeous one. It's layered up as well, so that's really nice. It's got gorgeous layers going on there.
So much to think about, so much food for thought. Stephanie Theodore says, just wonderful, Mark. I like to make black and white cards, says Melody, but the colour blocking adds a lot. And Fred says, I have several sets of visual image stamps and dies. Excellent quality and interesting, versatile designs. Mark, thank you so much. It's been such a lovely couple of hours. I hope you have a lovely Chinese meal tonight or microwave meal from Sainsbury's.
We'll see.
And tomorrow we've got other things that we've not seen today, haven't we, to bring in?
We have, yes, definitely. So I can't wait to show you.
Yep, it's brilliant. Mark's going to be back at same 2 show times tomorrow, so 2 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock as well. And then Sheila is going to be with me at 4 o'clock tomorrow for Forgotten Favourites. I'm with you at midday to kick the day off with Crafters Connect, so we can keep you fully up to date with everything that's going on. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Have a brilliant rest of your Tuesday, and bye for now.